I just want to take you to this place deep inside where you find, by closing your eyes, you find that you're still seeing stuff. And we just want to start with that. Because when you close your eyes and you see those little lights, the billions of lights that are just swirling around, that's breath that you have breathed in that has been connected to all the other people who are breathing, which is everybody. That breath is precious. It is shared by all. In this very room that we're in, we close our eyes and we just breathe. We breathe to the rhythm of love. Through the nose, we breathe in, and we breathe out through the mouth. And we just focus on that breath. We can call it mindful meditation, for we know that the breath we breathe in, not only through the nose, but through the eyes, those biopixels reflecting the light by all sentient beings. Even our ears join in breathing, hearing all the sounds, knowing that all those sounds are meant to be heard. Even tasting with the tongue. And just settle back, noticing your breath. Even those thoughts and feelings that you have. Breathe the thoughts in. Feel the thoughts. Do not be afraid, just to allow this presence to fill you as breath. As you notice, it just keeps coming and going. And you're just noticing the breath. You can focus on the breath at the tip of your nose. You can also focus on your breath at your diaphragm. And as you draw in that deep breath, just hold it briefly. You know that you are connected with all that is. For that breath is the thread that connects us all. thoughts, constant thoughts, Just like the breath we breathe. We all have breath. We all breathe. Just allow those thoughts. Notice your breath. You may, in your thoughts, realize that you've been breathing a long time. When you first appeared in this plane, after 300 lifetimes, as a untethered soul, finding connection with that masculine and feminine energy light that surrounded you all that time. And you were waiting for that moment. And that moment came. And for a moment, you didn't know where you were. But almost immediately, you knew. For you heard yourself crying, laughing. Your eyes began to open. And you felt this warmth. You felt this presence. You felt something that brought you back into that place where you spent all those lifetimes. And almost immediately, you knew that you would be okay. And that warm presence that seemed to be surrounding you now with light and love. That was your mother. That was that feminine energy. And you just felt like you were in heaven, just like you were all that time. And as you nestled into the arms of this presence, if you could talk, your words would be Mama. And as your life quickly began taking shape so that you could be another human on this planet at this time. And you just breathed like you were in complete heaven. Just notice your breath now as those thoughts and those feelings come up in you. Let them go by. Observe them. Feel them. Feel that love that you still feel from the time you first entered this plane. One of those feelings that you most certainly are experiencing right now is that feeling of love. It doesn't have an object or a subject. It's just that feeling. Allow that feeling as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, that same feeling of love, it becomes a compassionate feeling. Because you're breathing out, and everyone else is breathing in your breath of love as compassion. We just savor this moment as the ancient people did. The ancient Buddhist prayer of compassion. Began something like 800 years ago, as it is known today. I would like to recite that prayer of compassion and invite you to join. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And we just repeat it over and over again as we send out feelings of compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. And as we say this prayer of compassion, we bring in the entire universe in that prayer. As we speak compassion for all sentient beings are blessed under this breath right now. And we just hold this thought one last time. Om Mani Padme Hum. Knowing that is the love that I send out to you, that you receive, that you send out to me, to all. God bless you. Namaste. I've been Chris Glick, and now we are going to begin our exciting celebration service as Reverend Dr. Nicole begins the ceremony honoring all sentient beings as different paths.
Good morning, Ahiah. Thank you, Chris Glick, for that wonderful meditation. My name is Frederick Southern. I'm one of the practitioners here at Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. We have a practice that we do on Sunday mornings. It's called Lighting the Flames of Faith, a call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experiences, which we honor right here, right now, today. As Myrna lights the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We honor the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental and spiritual healing through universal principles. And breathe. And we light the 10th candle for those who are yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and for the space that we're holding for them right here in this center. And as Jaqui lights the healing candle, put someone silently in that name, put someone silently in that light, the name of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flames of God's eternal love. And namaste. Namaste. Good morning once again to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Frederick Southern. I'm one of the practitioners here. Thank you for coming out. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us today, here physically and also online. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. We have an exciting service for you this morning. It's rare that Reverend Michael and Reverend Nicole are here together, and Reverend Nicole is speaking today, and her sermon is Soul Remember, as the month theme is remember. Remember. I like that. So, as we celebrate this morning, let's celebrate with those that help make this service run, starting with our band. And Brian is out today, but we have Sagumi on the drums.
Yeah.
When he told me his name, I thought he said Tsunami. He says, no, it's Sagumi. I said, oh, I had to write it down, make sure I got it right. And then we have Chris Glick, our musical director on the piano. It's all about the bass. Leon Johnson on the bass. You know, Leon has a special bass. Most bass have 4 strings. His have 5 strings. So he can hit that extra low. Go ahead, hit that extra low. Ooh. I love it. We have Julian on live stream, keeping us live on YouTube and Facebook. We have Dorothy in the back on hugs, and also Jaqui, hugs and vocal.
Yes.
In addition to that, as you already know, we have tandem parking outside. We park one behind the other. So it's always a good idea to either take a picture of your license plates or leave your number on the dashboard so someone can call and harass you and let you know you need to move your car. So, good morning once again. Do we have any first-time visitors? So that means we're all family. Let's stand and celebrate. On the inside of your, if you can stand with me, please. On the inside of your bulletin, there is a quote, and we can read it together. Soul remembrance is the quiet return to the divine essence beyond the noise of the. Let's do that. Let's do that together again. It's in the blue. There you go. Here we go. Soul remembrance is the quiet return to the divine essence beyond the noise of the mind. So while you continue to stand, we will sing our congregational song in just a moment. But here's an opportunity that we share with one another. It's called either Sawabona, I see you as you see me, or Namaste, the God in me salutes the God in you. So here's an opportunity to say hello to someone, give a hug, a high five. You know, years ago we used to give hugs before the pandemic, so we started doing the high fives and all that. So if you choose to wave, if you choose to hug someone, that's fine too. But remain standing as we sing our congregational song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Jackie. As Myrna comes to the stage to do our reading and meditative prayer. Myrna,
Good morning, Ahiah. I really appreciate all our guests. I'll start out with 365 Science of Mind, and we're going to do the 24th of May. Create in me a clean heart, O God. I have within myself, as I stand here, the sense that through my body, though my body is real, tangible, with definite form and outline, it is at the same time somehow made of a living stuff that is saturated with God life. I know that whatever stuff is which my body is made, though it is called material, it must really be made of the one stuff and essence of which all things are made. Therefore, I sense within the very cells and tissues of my body an eternality. As I relax my body consciously and definitely, which I am able to do by mentally relaxing and dropping all strain, I feel flowing through me a vital energy, a dynamic force, a great surge of living power. The spirit within me refreshes me daily. Right here and right now, I feel saturated with life essence itself. And I feel the same life essence flowing in and through me. I feel immersed in and saturated by a vital essence of perfection that brings me into tune with life. I feel myself to be a perfect instrument of life's divine symphony, in tune with its harmony and perfection. My body is an instrument in, through, and upon which life plays a divine and perfect harmony. And my second reading, with gratitude, I honor those who have served and sacrificed. Today, I remember the ultimate sacrifice of those who gave their lives in service. I take time to solemnly appreciate their dedication and commitment so I could have the freedoms that I enjoy. My remembrance and appreciation extends to those dear to me and to those who have passed on. Through my memories, these special ones are still alive in me, like a fire that never completely goes out. A glimmer of a connection is made. Knowing their souls live on fills my heart with comfort. I think of how I can use my time on earth to honor those who served and those whom I've lost. I endeavor to live in a way that honors them, their unique qualities, and the inspiration they have given me to follow their example. And I just want to turn within, take a breath, and just recognize, Mother, Father, God, how great thou art. How wonderful, how marvelous, how infinite. So very near, so very close. My breath begins and ends with spirit. As I know this for myself, I know this for each and every person here. I know that all is well, and I am grateful for all that goes on during this service. for the information, for the inspiration that we receive. I am grateful for our ministers who share their knowledge and their wisdom to each and every one of us. I am so grateful for the musicians who share their creative talents to open our hearts and allow us to just know that God is. I am so grateful for this day, for each and every person here. I am grateful for all those who put this service together in any way that they contributed. So I just release my word into the law, knowing that it is already done in the mind of the one. And so it is.
Thank you, Myrna. And I see some new faces that just came in. Thank you for joining us today. Once again, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us today and online. We are a trans-denominational, metaphysical, spiritual center. And as I like to say, we're a ADD church, all different denominations. And we honor, I love you too. Don't make me laugh. We honor all the different faiths up here. And thank you for joining us today. Once again, you're in for a treat. Jaqui Simone is our singer today. When she came in, she says, "Oh, you look like family." I said, "I'm from Chicago." She said, "So am I." I said, "There's only one side." And I said, "The south side." And she says, "No, the west side." And I told her, "Don't use foul language in church." So she's an amazing singer, amazing person with a great personality. Please help me welcome Jaqui Simone.
Well, now that's my homeboy Frederick. You know, I was going to say in this day and time, but no, not in this day and time, all the time, every time. To be conscious and aware that God is the source, God is the power, God is the strength, God is the love, and more than that, I am one with God. Man, you are one with God. God is all that there is. Knowing that is some powerful stuff. Don't you agree? Mm-hmm. Here we go. Wanted peace, didn't know where to find it. Was closer than my breath, but my eyes were blinded. Trouble seemed mounted up, my love and I had parted separate ways. If consciously you're apart from God, I felt so alone. Darkness filled my days. The voice said, watch where you place your attention. Love is everywhere and peace to mention. Keep thine eyes single. Surrender. Check this out. When I became still and quiet, yeah. I knew prayer was the answer, couldn't deny it. No, 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 no. I tried it my way. I'm gonna let go and let God have its own way. Keep thine eyes single, surrender. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep mine eyes single, surrender. Giving up, no, no. I know that I'm one with a power that has no end. I'm gonna keep my single surrender. Will you keep thine eyes single surrender? It's not at all a sacrifice. Keep thine eyes single, surrender. It's a choice between living in a hell and a paradise. Keep thine eyes single, surrender.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this beautiful band here, Sogumi. So, did I say it right? Hey. Chris, our fearless leader here. J-Funk Leon.
On the bass.
On the bass. Thank you.
You were in for a treat. Thank you. Now, please help me welcome our very own Reverend Dr. Nicole Robbins, and her sermon is Soul Remember. Hands together, please.
Why, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jackie. Woo. There's one God. That God is a perfect God. That God is my God. That God is my life. So, Jackie, thank you so much for starting us off with that. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I just want to say thank you to all our veterans. I know it's not Veterans Day, but for those who fought for our country and other countries and sacrificed their lives. So I want to say thank you to their souls for their service. And I want to say thank you to my uncle who passed many years ago, but I remember he used to tell me stories about World War II. And I always think of him fondly on this day. He was in the Navy, and he was such a raw Navy kind of guy, and he would smoke, and he always talk with this gruff voice. And it just takes me back. But anyway, welcome. So today's topic is Soul Remember. This is our invitation to remember our truth, that we are one with this God. When was the last time you forgot who you are, who you deeply are? When's the last time? I know I forget, and then I remember, and I forget. Life gets in the way. I get busy. I experience pain, emotional, physical pain. I compare and I despair. Oh, look at Reverend Mike's sermons. Oh, how am I ever going to do as well as he does? I get distracted by perhaps what's on the news, what's going on in the world. But there's something about returning to this ancient, something already alive, deep within inside of me. My soul doesn't have to be taught. My soul has to remember. I read a newsletter from Richard Rohr, and in his newsletter, he had this quote by Thomas Merton this week. It's always like, oh, such a coincidence. Is it possible you could live your whole life and die without ever having met the person who lived your life? Wow, right? Let's think about this again. Is it possible you could live your whole life and die without ever having met the person that lived your life? So I'm going to ask us to drop down into our hearts right now, and if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths. How do I drop down into the authenticity of being present in the gift and miracle of my daily life? Let's just take a few breaths with that. The authenticity of being present in the gift and the miracle of my daily life. Bring yourself back into this room. How do I live this authenticity of my life? We are not humans trying to become spiritual. Those of us, I see very many familiar faces. We've talked a lot about this, that we are spiritual beings having this human experience. Our souls already carry within it this divine love, this wholeness, this possibility, but somewhere along the way, we forget. Our entire spiritual journey is about remembering. It's just a simple process of remembering. It's a process of letting go to our attachments, to find that insight and that healing. It's inviting us to transform, to take root and become part of daily life. But I know for sometimes myself, I get so rooted. This is the way it's supposed to be. And I talk to my tennis students, I'm like, okay, set your feet, root deep, grab that energy deep within the earth, and grab onto that energy and hit that forehand or backhand. But then we have to let go of that root and keep moving. So that's what we have to do, is we have to dig deep into that spiritual essence to grab that energy from the universe that is our divine right, root strong into it, but then just keep on moving versus getting stuck. Does anyone ever get stuck? Yeah, sometimes I know I have this spiritual superiority. Well, I know. I'm a student of science of mind. I know what the deal is. Let me tell you. We've never done that, have we? What do we forget? We forget that we are made of the same substance as the divine. What are the qualities of God? Love, light, beauty, wellness, wholeness, perfection. We forget that we are this pure, creative intelligence. I don't know about you, but sometimes I forget my worth. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, the wounds of the world kind of jab at me. And I begin to believe that I'm lesser than I am. But my soul knows otherwise. My soul knows the truth. My humanness forgets. Sometimes I feel I'm a victim of my circumstances. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe that that happened. I can't believe, oh my gosh. Does anyone ever go there sometimes? Like, if so-and-so would do such and such, and then my life would be so much better, because you know what? If you sang better, Jackie, this service would have been much more successful. No, that's not the way it works. No, no, no. Your gift of music is absolutely heart-moving. Thank you. Opening. We are dominions in our lives of our own consciousness. It's funny, I have this student, I've known her since she was 8, and I was teaching her on Friday, and I was asking her how things are going, and she was telling me, and she has this second job, and she was telling me how, I don't know, I just really don't like it, I'm miserable there. And I said something to the effect of, well, why don't you just leave? Well, I can't, because, what if I don't have enough money to pay this and pay that? And I just gently smiled, and I remember being that person. I remember being like, what if I don't make enough money to pay my bills? We had that fire last week, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a tennis coach. And back in the day when I had to cancel lessons due to heat, earthquakes, or fire, I would spend the whole day like, oh my gosh, I'm not making this money today. How am I going to pay? Well, this week, my day got canceled on Wednesday because of the fire. I grabbed a big old book, I put my feet up on the couch, and I read a silly fantasy book. But let me tell you, it was divine. And when I get home, the second book is waiting for me. So I'm excited. So it's the difference. It's that growing. It's the moving up, the understanding of our spiritual laws that I don't have to strive. I don't have to stress. It's all there. The abundance is there. And so I just sit here and it's just like, oh, how can we breathe into this beauty of our power, knowing that we are connected to the source? How does my soul remember? There's this book called the Bible. Has anyone heard of it? There's some really great stories in it, all metaphors in our life. And I think that would be the one book I would take if I was on an island. Not that silly fantasy book I read the other day. You only have to read that one once. Because all the stories are there reflect our everyday lives. And the one that I want to talk to you about today is a common one. We know about the prodigal son. Gospel of Luke, chapter 15, verses 11 through 23. And it's a metaphor. Have you ever looked up one day and not recognized your own life? Oh, what am I doing here? What is going on? Not because anything catastrophic happened, but somewhere inside of you, between the responsibilities, the disappointments, the roles you took, the weight you carried, you lost your thread back to yourself. You forgot who you were before the world started telling you who you are. This internal divine discontent. That's what this story is really about. The prodigal son was living in this super wealthy household. He had everything given to him, and then he took his riches and he left. This is our story sometimes. It's a story about our soul forgetting our own name. He didn't leave home because he felt bad. He left because he forgot what home felt like. He was rooted deep in his home, but there was something missing. He forgot that he already had everything he needed, and so he went out and looked. It's our hero's journey. Sometimes we have to have that divine discontent and to go look outside of us to see what is out there. And that's what we do. Do we not do this? Yes? Do we do that? We go looking for our worth and what we accomplish and whether people approve of us. Do you approve of me? Am I good enough? Am I a good enough tennis teacher? Am I a good enough minister? How much have I produced? Look what I've done. How much we give. Look what a nice person I am. It's kind of like the Enneagram. Look how much I've done for you. Don't you love me? God, look how much information I know. Aren't I smart? Don't you love me? It's how we spend ourselves, and not just our energy, but ourselves, chasing after the things that were never meant to fill us. And then after a while, we end up somewhere we never intended to be, going, how did I get here? Right? And it's not necessarily in a far country. It could be in your very own house, but not inside your heart. We're far from our heart, far from our joy, far from the truth of who we really, really are. In the story, the scripture said, he came to himself. Listen to that. He came to himself. We come to ourselves, not a better version, not a reinvented self. He came back to the self that was already there. It was always there. And underneath that wandering, underneath that shame, underneath the story that the world had written on top of him, it's that moment that we come back to ourselves. This is what our soul remembering is about. And it's not really a dramatic overhaul. It's that silent whisper that sometimes, that sacred return. It's quiet. It's the moment we stop running from who we are and recognizing that who I've always been. This is who I am. And beloveds, I'm telling you, you were whole before the world got its hands on you. You were whole before the world got its hands on you. You are worth everything before you had to prove it. You are loved before you had to earn it. Our soul remembers. And here's the special part of this story. He rehearsed what he was going to say the whole way home, what he was going to say to his father, and he decided that he was an unworthy son. He was willing to settle for the servant's place just to get back inside that door. How many of us have settled for less than who we are? Yeah, I know I have. We come back to our spiritual practices apologizing for taking up space. I'm so sorry. We come back to God negotiating our worth, deciding that the best we can hope for is a small, quiet corner of life we're meant to live fully. But love doesn't meet us with conditions. When his father saw him in the distance, a great way off, he ran. His father ran. This means that love is already looking for you. Love is already scanning the horizons, leaning forward, waiting, watching for the moment you turn back home, that moment you make the decision. Love came running, not walking, running. You don't have to have it all together to have grace find you. You don't need to be fully healed, fully resolved, fully figured out. That turning, that decision, that moment that we make the decision, it's that willingness enough. You are enough. I am enough. Repeat after me. I am enough. And then the father presented him with a robe, with a ring, with a feast. Not a quiet moment of forgiveness, but a big celebration. They killed the calf, the fatted calf. Bring the fatted calf. Because every single gift the father gave was a declaration. Third step of treatment. I declare, I know the truth. The robe says, I see you past your rags. The ring says, you still belong in this family. The feast says, you are worth celebrating, not hiding. This is what God is saying about each and every one of us. Not that we have to come back quietly. Not that I'll take you back, but I'm not going to forget what you did. But bring the best robes. Set the table. My child who is lost has remembered who they are. So today I'm asking you, gently and with my deep love and affection, to remember your soul. Remember that you existed before the rejection, before the loss, before someone told you that you were too much or not enough or past your season, or I've been told, stay in your lane. Remember that your worth was never up for debate. Your wholeness was never destroyed. It was only ever forgotten. And everything that belongs to you, the robe, the ring, the feast, the fullness, it's been waiting, folded, ready, kept safely by that love. Never stopped believing that you were coming back. It knew. So come home to yourself, my beloved. Come home. Your soul remembers who you are. Your soul knows exactly who you are. But sometimes this is tough. The world gets busy. Life happens. Those voices that get inside our head. I don't know, does anyone else have voices? In the quiet, the soul speaks to us. Prayer, meditation. Oh, I had a picture of the prodigal son. There's a picture of the prodigal son. I forgot about my slides. So how do we remember? In that quiet, the soul speaks. Prayer, meditation, intentional silence created the space for remembering. And every now and then on Instagram, there's a nice little gem. I saw this. Within the silence of prayer, I gain a clear sense of direction. So to find our way back home, we have to go to that quiet to see a clear sense of direction. Our sacred community. We need each other. I need you. to remember to bring us back together, to be a presence for each and one of us. I know Reverend Michael here I'm not the same person I walked in June of 2024. Here we are, it's almost my 2-year anniversary here. I am the same soul, but a completely different human from when I walked in here. I feel the difference. I feel the trust. I trust my soul. I trust my truth. I trust my words. I trust each and every one of you. It's because of you and my countless talks with Reverend Mike. He has talked to me, and I just feel lifted and supported and loved by each and every one here. So through your healing, I thank you all. I thank you all. You in there too. Our sacred stories, telling our stories. Reverend Michael and I were talking. We want to hear your testimonies. We want you to come up here, and we need to share, this is how it worked for me. I want to know how it worked for you. I want to know how it worked for you. I want to know how it worked for you. Come up and share your stories, because through our sharing our community, well, if so-and-so could do it, I know I can do it. That's what we're here to do, is share our stories. This is how I used my principle and the practices of Science of Mind. This is how I refound my soul. This is how I learned that there's one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect life, that life is my life now. This was my earth school where I got the tests and then I got the lessons. We've talked about that. I'm going to shout you out, Steffi. Today she was talking about sitting in her backyard surrounded by trees. Nature and beauty does that too, as we step out into that nature. That's another way to find our soul. And of course, gratitude. Gratitude is the thankfulness of language that a soul remembers. Being grateful. We can't be angry and grateful at the same time. And once I recognize that I'm grateful for this little grain of sand, all of a sudden it starts multiplying. The more I practice gratitude, and I see gratitude in the smallest little things, that phone call, that email, that smile at the market. Haven't you ever walked in the market and someone just smiles at you and all of a sudden your day is just like, oh, it makes a difference. And being grateful and recognizing that. So I'm inviting each and every one of us that when we leave the space today and go back to forgetting, because we might do that, carry the remembrance into your week, into your relationships, into the challenges, into your celebrations, that you are not alone. You are not lost. You are simply a soul in a beautiful, ongoing process of waking up. And here at Ahiah, this community, we are here to remind you that we are here with you every single step. Let's just take a moment to go within. As we know that there is this one life, whole, complete, forever expanding in itself, in love. This life is God's life, infinite intelligence behind all sources. It does not abandon, it does not forget, it simply is eternal, present, and whole. And I am one with this life. I am not separate from it, not reaching towards it from a distance, but in it and of it, expressed as it. The same love that holds the stars in place holds me. The same intelligence that breathes life into all creation breathes life into me right here and right now in this very moment. And I speak this truth for every soul who has forgotten who they are. For every beloved one who's wandered into a far country of self-doubt, shame, or unworthiness. Who's looked up one day and barely recognized themselves. I speak to the soul who's been spending itself on whatever could never fill it. Carrying weight it was never meant to carry. This is a moment of remembering. Not becoming someone new, but returning to the one who is always there, underneath the wandering, underneath the noise, underneath every story the world wrote on top of the truth. I declare your worth is not negotiable. It never was. Your wholeness is not something you lost. It is something you forgot. And today our soul is remembering that the robe is folded and ready, the ring is yours. The table is set because love never once doubted your coming home. You never had to earn your way back into wholeness. You only have to remember you never truly left it. You are a child of grace, not by performance, not by perfection, but by nature. That you have always been exactly who you are, and that is enough. And so I'm deeply grateful, so very grateful, deeply moved and fully, completely grateful for this truth. I'm grateful that love has never moved. I'm grateful that souls always know its way home. I'm grateful that remembering is possible and that wholeness is who I am. Healing is already at work. So I release this word to the law of mind, knowing it is done. It is done. Not hoping, but knowing. And the word spoken in truth returns not void. Every soul has heard this message, is already moving, already turning, already being met by love. Love is running straight to you right now. Feel that love. Feel it. Know it is there. And so I say with a grateful heart, and so it is. So it is. Thank you, my beloved family. Our souls are just spectacular, and I'm just so very grateful for that. I have a couple affirmations for us. I will read them. I am divine expression of love, light, and limitless possibility. I am a divine expression of love, light, and limitless possibility. My soul knows the way. I am fully known by the infinite and returning, always returning to my wholeness. I am fully known by the infinite and returning, always returning to his wholeness. My soul remembers its origin, its worth, and its power. I walk through this day awake, aware, and overflowing with good. Day awake, aware, and overflowing with good. And so it is. So these affirmations are in our newsletter. So if you just open up our newsletter, you can do a little screenshot or a download. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Woohoo. Oh, now it's that beautiful time to give to Ahiah, give to yourself, knowing that the law of abundance and the law of circulation returns to us. So we could text to give at 616-229-2225, online at ahiah.com donate, or mail a good old-fashioned check. Does anyone still use checks here? Yeah, I know. I use them too every now and then. 150 North El Molino Avenue, Pasadena, California, 91101. My childhood home was 150. That's kind of funny. All right, let's do our affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my gift with life. Pressed down, shaken together, and run over. And so it is. Amen and amen. Thank you. Thank you. All right. As Jaqui and Dorothy come, I would love to invite the comparable Jaqui Simone back up to share her gift of music with us.
Thank you. And I want to give my tithe. Don't take away my blessing. Let me remember where the source is. Thank you. Reverend Nicole,
Yes, ma'am.
that sermon was bomb.
Oh, thank you.
It really was. I love how you talk about home. Because, when I think of home, I think of love, I think of nurturing, I think of support and comfort. And house, the home, metaphysically represents consciousness. And so our practice is to always return home, as you shared, to practice. Sometimes we forget, just like a meditation. What do? We come right back to the center. Right back, right back, right back. Brother Leon, take us home, baby. There you go. On my journey, love and happiness became my companions. I was so blessed, I felt so blessed. I could see the sun shining, but I could not see the many obstacles in front of me. My mama told me, make God your home. Watch who you keep company with. Keep the light upstairs on. Pray at all times. Enjoy and misfortune, and there'll be times of pain. One night sadness came. I walked in pain. I didn't feel love, forgot God's name. Who could I depend on when I could not see the grace of God all the time holding me? And if I made my bed in hell, God said, Lord, I am leaving with you there. Pick up that bed and walk. Hush all that foolish talk. It's time to go upstairs. Where? To the upper room of sweet surrender. In the upper room, prayer holds you tender, yeah. The upper room, release your burdens and cares. In the upper room, God hears all your prayers. Come on and go upstairs to the upper room. Ain't no denying, tears of joy will be the only crying. Hey, pick up that bed and walk. Hush all that foolish talk. It's time to go upstairs. Now I know what God can do. No matter what you're going through, hey. You'll be directed when you cannot see. Lose them crazy thoughts. The enemy in the upper room. There's sweet surrender. Hey, in the upper room. Prayer holds you tender, yeah. The upper room. Release your burdens and cares. In the upper room, God hears all your prayers. Come on and go upstairs to the upper room. Ain't no denying, tears of joy will be the only cry. go upstairs. Listen, don't you want to go to the upper room? To the up, don't you want to live in the upper room? Grace will hold you, wisdom expose you, love speaks to you, the Lord guides you, Holy Spirit abide in you, comfort you in the upper room. Peace and joy abide in the upper room. The upper room. Hey, hey. The upper room. Never stay.
Jaqui Simone, everyone.
Ahiah!
Jaqui.
Where do we live? Where do we live, Ahiah? The upper room. That's right. Thank you. Thank you.
More love for Jaqui. Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you, Jaqui. Thank you, Jaqui. Woo. I'm going to be in Chicago in a couple of weeks, so I'll say hi to your hood.
Sorry. You'll hear a lot of blues there.
I know.
Just a lot of stuff.
I love Chicago. I go to Chicago. I know, we got Chi-Town. All right. Let's welcome the leaders of the 21st century, our Ahiah We Thrive youth program. Come on down.
Good morning, Ahiah. Good morning. My name is Miss Rachel, and I was working with our seekers this morning. And we talked about the things that make us who we are, the good that is at our core, and how we can always return to that good, regardless of what may be going on around us. And we drew trees of who we are. So the roots are the things that make us strong. The trunk is our I am statements of who we are. The leaves are our growth areas, those things we're working on. And the sun is where we get support and connection. So did you want to talk about what you put in those different areas? Alejandra, go ahead.
The roots, I did dancing and friendship because that's what I'm good at. And for growth, I put patience and courage. And for people that comfort me, are friends and family.
For my roots, I put brave, funny, kind, and strong. For my branches, I put I am good, I am kind, I am funny, I am enough. For the leaves, I put reading, math, and listening. And for the sun, I put hugs, friends, and family.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. We have an announcement from our teens.
Good morning. Please join us Sunday, May 31st. We are having a teen Sunday. The teens will facilitate. Thank you for Rev Michael for the opportunity, and please bring a friend or a family member.
So what that looks like, I know you had a beautiful Sunday service today. Next week, the teens are going to be on stage leading the service. So they're going to be facilitating all of the elements. We have 3 speakers. We have Perry, Michael, and Phoebe. Wave your hands. They've been working so hard, so we're excited to see y'all. And like Gigi said, bring some friends, bring some more family. And this will be a beautiful and powerful way to support the teens. Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, just one other thing. Family and friends, I just want you to take a moment and to acknowledge these leaders of the 21st century. Would you please give them your love? Yes. We had a Toastmasters session this morning in the teen room, and each leader has a role in the service next week. Facilitating, we have practitioners doing the actual service. And today we did wonderful facilitations, and the teens got a chance to practice their speeches, and we gave them evaluations. We gave them feedback, a glow up and a grow up, an opportunity for improvement, and they have done a wonderful job. So this week they're going to be practicing at home, moms and dads. They're going to be practicing their speeches at home so that next week they can share with you what they shared with all of us this morning. So again, thank you, teens, and to the moon and beyond. Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, teens. So please join us on, I love the teens go. Thank you, teens. Please join us on June 7th. We're going to have our annual meeting on June 7th. So after service, where you'll get to see the state of our church and vote for new board members and hear all about the wonderful things that we've done this year. So please be sure to mark that date. A new class is starting this Thursday with our board president and leader of our practitioners, this thing called You. It's going to be a love donation on Zoom. And then after service today, for those of you who are new to Ahiah, Patricia will also be doing our new member class, and we're going to be talking about happenings at Ahiah. So if you're curious about what's going on here at Ahiah, please stay and join us for that. Our fundraiser is Annette is hosting our Hell's Kitchen June 20th at where that's at the Pantages, right? At the Pantages, and we have orchestra seats. It should be a lot of fun. Do you want to talk about it?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Annette, and I am the part of the fundraising team here at Ahiah. And what we do is we do fun things to raise money for the needs of this center. And this is one of the fun things that we do. And it's a Hell's Kitchen, Alicia Keys, at the Pantages Theater. It is June 20th at 2 in the afternoon. We have people that will drive, and we ask that if you carpool with them and give them a couple of dollars, because parking over there is very expensive. See me today for your ticket. I have your name down. All I need is your money. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Annette. I'm Patricia, and our board meeting is, the annual membership meeting is on June 7th. After service, we will have snacks in between. If you are interested on being a board member, the applications are online. We are still accepting applications today. We have a few extra seats to fill, so we need people to be on the board. We meet once a month. In between, we may have emails, and Reverend Michael says we're not a working board, but we work. We work. And also the class, this thing called You is one of the primary books of Science of Mind. It's an easy read. The class is open to anyone. So if you know people that are interested and want to learn more about themselves, more about Science of Mind, this is the class to take. It is not accredited. It is love donation only. Lisa and I will be teaching it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it is 8 weeks. So it's on Thursday, 6:30 to 9, and we're going to jump right in. So you'll learn more about yourself, about the principles we live by, about some of the laws in the universe, and it's interesting and fun. I haven't taught it since 22, so this is really going to be fun for me. So if you're interested in being a board member, see Kelly in the back, or fill out the application and turn it in. We need help. Thank you.
And thank you to the board for all of your hard work in furthering our mission. And I just wanted to bring awareness to you that on the website, you'll see a document called the Kitchen Project Fact. It's frequently asked questions about the kitchen. Know that all of you have a lot of questions. We're going to be providing a formal report on June 7th at our annual meeting. But in the meantime, for those of you who want to know the backstory to the kitchen and be reaffirmed that the kitchen is a part of our mission. Right after the fires, we were approached by Ahiah School, the charter school in Altadena, and they had lost their facility because of the fire, and they wanted to prepare lunches here. We asked the city of Pasadena if we could open our facility to be able to support schools that had lost their facilities to prepare lunches. City of Pasadena told us unequivocally not. We could not use our kitchen to support anybody in the community unless it was licensed. And so this message went to the Finance Committee, went to the board. They conducted in-depth reviews. We also had Gloria Roberts, who posted our kitchen on Peerspace just to see what the interest would be. And during the first 90 days or so, we got an average of 4 to 5 inquiries every week for people who wanted to use our kitchen. Some small vendors had lost their homes. They wanted places they could cook their cakes. There were even food trucks in the area that needed a ghost kitchen. That's some place where they can prepare their food, right? Could not use our kitchen. So we began to undertake the process of exploring. We asked the city of Pasadena to come in, do a site evaluation, take a look at it. The process started last year. We are now in the process of finalizing the plumbing bid. Thank God for Reverend Nicole, because her plumber has been just absolutely astounding. And they're coming in far below any of the other bids that we got. So we're in motion. We're going to keep you apprised. But on the website, if you want to download the Kitchen Fact, it's got a lot of the questions answered there, and I'm always available to answer any of your questions. If you want to know anything about the approval process, the budget, and what's remaining. And also, if you have some referrals for contractors who paint or who do tile and that sort of thing, we're always open for that. So thank you so much for your support of this amazing project, and I cannot wait for us to have our first Sunday brunch when our kitchen is licensed. Yes. Namaste. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Reverend Mike. Yes, this kitchen, abundance, 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 law of circulation. It's going to cost us some money, but it's going to come back. It's going to come back. We got to just keep in that mind flow. Even if it takes 2 years, it's coming back, and then from there, it's there, from the moon, from here to the moon. So book study on Tuesdays, healing circle on Wednesdays. Are you still doing the chakras? Yes, chakra healing. Practitioners, if you're a practitioner, I see Kelly in the back, Frederick, Jackie, Chris, myself, Reverend Mike, Dee, Patricia. Make our day. Ask us to pray. We love to pray. We have our ministry of prayer in our pews. There are the prayer box where you can write down your prayer in the affirmation, I am knowing health and wholeness. There's dial-up prayer, 626-795-4216, option number 7, 24/7. And like I said, instead of scrolling Instagram at 2 a.m., call for a prayer. There you go. I think it's time to celebrate this day. Let's celebrate this day. Thank you, everyone. Please stand and join us in our closing song with the Jaqui.
Can you feel the spirit in this this place. See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children living in grace. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate every day. We're gonna celebrate in every way. Can you feel the joy in this place? See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children living in grace. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate every day. We're gonna celebrate in every way. Can you feel the power in this place? See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children living in grace. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate in every way.
Celebrate this day.
We're gonna celebrate
Celebrate this day.
in every way.
Celebrate this day.
We're gonna celebrate
Celebrate this day.
in every way.
Celebrate this day.
We're gonna celebrate
Celebrate this day.
in every way.
Celebrate this day.
Please join me with our benediction. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in all my affairs. I am it, and I share it. Just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. Amen and amen. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. I hope you get a day off tomorrow to play and have fun. Please join us in the fellowship hall for fellowship.